Being in the garden was even better than looking at it from the bedroom window. The smells, the colours, the tiny birds flitting from tree to tree. It was a shame about the mouldy state of the pool, but Bella was already seeing its sparkling turquoise, full of bobbing heads and happy faces. She was pushing Daisy around it when they encountered their first orange tree. She reached up to pick one and inhaled deeply, savouring its sweet, fragrant tang. "Smell that, darling." She crouched down and held the ripe fruit to Daisy's little nose. The baby grinned and gurgled in appreciation. "What a delightful sight," said a heavily accented French voice. Bella jumped to her feet, startled. Standing in front of her was a smiling old gentleman with a handsome lined face. Wearing an artist's smock, loose linen trousers and a battered straw hat with a floral silk scarf acting as a flamboyant hatband, he fitted the surroundings beautifully. "I am sorry, mademoiselle. I did not wish to frighten you. Oh, pardon. I should say, madame." He indicated Daisy in her buggy. "But you look so young." Bella grinned. Compliments were gold dust when you were a relatively new mother. Everyone said how beautiful your baby was, of course, but the most personal comments the people managed tended to be, "You're looking well," or a slightly forced, "Great," which Bella took to mean fat. "Well, actually I'm not married, so technically I suppose I am still, mademoiselle." The Frenchman frowned. "But I'm not a single mother," Bella added hurriedly. "Andy, that's Daisy's father, and I moved in yesterday. We're from London. I'm Bella." She extended a hand, and the Frenchman gallantly held it to his lips. "Enchanté, Bella, enchanté. I should introduce myself also. I am Henri, your new neighbour. I live up the hill, a mere 10-minute walk. My son and I heard that finally some English people had come to live in Campeador. Such a waste, for such beauty to be deserted for so many years. So, we thought we should come and say hello." "How very neighbourly," smiled Bella, seeing no sign of the son and wondering if the old man may perhaps be a little doolally. And then a dark-haired young man appeared from behind their largest almond tree. He had until now been obscured by both his father and the abundant blossom. Bloody hell, he was good-looking. Limpid dark brown eyes looked up at her through ridiculously long and thick black lashes. His olive skin had that deep russet hue of a man who has lived his whole life in the sun, and full pink lips parted to reveal even white teeth as he smiled at her. He wasn't particularly tall, well, you couldn't have everything, but his sleeveless black t-shirt revealed the well-defined biceps of somebody who does something manly in the great outdoors. A gardener, perhaps, or a... Bella shook herself internally. She loved Andy. No, she didn't only love him, she worshipped him, adored him. They were soulmates, and as happy as two people ever could be in one another's company. But there was no harm in appreciating a bit of beauty, she excused herself. All the same, she did wish she'd been able to have a shower and do something with her hair before her new neighbour's unexpected arrival, and was overcome with a sudden, insane compulsion to give her armpits a surreptitious sniff. "Buenos dias," said the young man. He held out his hand and Bella shook it, keeping her arm as close to her side as she could. "Buenos dias. Me llama Bella. She did know quite a bit of Spanish, having spent a large chunk of her childhood in Mallorca where her father still lived, but it had become pretty rusty of late. "It's okay. We can speak English if you prefer," grinned the handsome young man. "Hi, Bella. I'm Georges." "Hi, George, and thanks," Bella smiled back. "I really should be practicing my Spanish, now we're actually living here, but for the first couple of days, to ease myself in." "I like to practice my English too. Maybe we can take it in turns." "Your English sounds pretty good to me, but yeah, sure, it's a deal. And in the meantime, some kind of weird English, French, Spanish..."